Sure. Okay, so I have the Zoom. First way, Jen will show some.
I heard
Oh, you
the
don't.
slides.
So now I have the app. Daniela will play in her room quietly by herself for 1 hour. And then Ana Cristina will take her for the rest of the night.
Okay. Jen, should we leave the money at the forms here in the table or?
So do you guys happen to know if you have 3 sessions left or 2 sessions?
I'm pretty sure it's.
You're pretty sure it's 2. Okay. Well, if
I'm
you
pretty
want,
sure she's pretty sure.
okay. If you each want a session tomorrow, then yes, you can go ahead and leave some payment. Yeah.
How about that? Because Jen was telling us, since.
Okay, yeah,
it's
no,
still
yeah, I
insufficient-
prefer decisions, yeah.
Yeah, I told her this.
Okay. All right, good.
You know what he has to do, but now I understood, okay, yeah.
So, terrific. Now we will wait for people to come.
The camera is over there. So the idea is that we're out of the camera. Out of the
Exactly.
Unless you want everyone to watch you.
No worries.
Okay.
So we'll.
My prime time is.
Block in the end and this and then this trap and 2 sides of this and this. It's not really, yeah, it's, if you get sleepy, you
Just roll.
snug in the, blanket.
Just into it.
If you get that,
Sit back.
so relaxed. Tuesday. Morning.
Mhm.
David.
How do you go with staying?
Perfect.
So, is this for the semester or the next semester? Or
It's
just
the last
the
one,
monthly?
it's the monthly one. Then I have to send her the grades, but that's during the next week.
So can I send you links of these music things to ask her if this could be purchased?
Sure. Now is the time because they just liberated the second semester funds.
So this workshop is all about relaxation, right? And
Yes,
Meeting passcode, do I need it?
yes, you do.
It's asking me.
And
So maybe
The-
I guess you do.
the
Yeah,
past,
here it is.
okay, all right.
Pay attention.
You don't have to be quiet, but just know that everything you're saying is being kept on record.
so I better
Do
be quiet.
either of you know how, I used to see a thing that said spotlight this video for all participants. And I can't find it right now. Do you happen to know where it
Is
is?
it in the phone or in the computer?
Well, this, I can have the host on either side, wherever it's easier. And right now,
I have never.
this one is recording,
Mhm.
but I used to have, I've seen it before where it says
So it becomes the
spotlight.
main screen, you mean?
Yes,
And that one, you log in that one as an attendee or as a host? What
this,
is-
this one is attending right now, but I can reclaim the host if that will help me get that spotlight. Uh-oh,
What sorry.
that's okay.
Maybe what I think. Maybe if you're in the laptop, it will give you more options.
Okay,
I'm guessing because I have never hosted like Zoom things.
Yeah,
spotlight for everyone. Okay, I've got it.
Usually the phone is pretty limited.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the view that you want, the side view.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she wants it to be big in the screen,
Exactly.
to be like,
Well, for everybody else, I don't have to look at it, but when you log on now, you should see that side one
I am
automatically.
watching you right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
from the
and
side or from
I can,
front?
from the side. I can see you as you want it to be.
Okay, I will sleep a little bit.
And the garden is the perfect background for me.
Yes,
But garden, I think, is the most beautiful part of the house in my opinion.
yes.
From that room, from the living room.
Oh.
From here also.
But also from the kitchen and the deer, Daniela was watching
No, I don't know,
the
but
deer from up there.
to me, this is super beautiful. I don't know. It looks like Asian. You have like Japanese maple there, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It is a very lovely spot. The woman who owned this house before us had, the land was so beautiful. And we have not maintained her standard, but it was amazing when we first came. So amazing.
Look at your future John Muir, nature person.
Yeah. Here comes Colby.
She was just
Where?
sitting outside here and observing.
There was deer?
There were two here. I saw them.
Yes, she was just sitting so quietly. I saw her out there. It was very sweet. She was just looking.
Daniela is loves the place around nature
Mhm.
here, and Ana Cristina loves the reading nook.
Yeah.
So I think they will be asking when they can go. They can come back to
Yes.
Aunt Jen and Uncle John.
I hope you come soon. I hope you come sooner than last time.
Great place.
You there?
Thank you so much for having us over.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a big treat.
We want you to utilize the place more,
Oh,
for sure.
okay. So we can watch here, maybe
Yes.
the videos and the slideshow.
You know, I will try to attend to you, but if I don't get up and down too
And I'll
much,
just
you
forget
can
about
ask
us.
us afterward. Yeah, of course.
Yo creo que una casa como esta es lo que yo quiero cuando nosotros estemos. Cerca del pueblo, pero sin estar en el pueblo. Nature around and a huge one. And a secret room. Sí, baby. Y que la gente los puede visitar. Independent.
Es más para nuestra persona, a mí me gustaría ir a así, no cuando tengan ganas, pero así, no sé,
Nuestro curso lo dices en 2 meses, ¿no?
si se pudiera.
Tenemos que ir a Tribal. We have to go.
Sí.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Jen.
How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. I'm here today. It's like rainy and cold up here this weekend, although right now it's not raining, but is it raining down there yet?
We got rain yesterday afternoon and evening, and today is gloomy but not wet. So
Same here, gloomy but not wet.
yeah.
Hi, Carolyn, nice to meet you.
Hello. Good to meet you too.
Yay, Sarah, I'm so glad you're here.
Hi. Yeah, let's hope he doesn't wake up from his nap anytime soon.
Okay. You just need like some vodka on his thumb or something.
Exactly.
Hi, Colby. Carolyn, you don't know me, but I'm kidding. Okay, we're just missing 3 people. So if you have, I know I asked people to try to get a hold of some therapy balls. If you don't have therapy balls, you could try a tennis ball today. There are some things that we will do where an option to have an alpha ball, so you can have your alpha ball nearby. And there's also something that we will do with option to do it with a strap. And so if you would like to have your strap nearby, and we're going to put the ball onto a block. So if you don't have a yoga block, you could get a book, like a thick book, a dictionary or something. And if you have a sandbag, it will hold your ball in place. And if you don't have a sandbag, you could also just get like a bag of rice or a bag of beans or a blanket or a pillow or something that you can put your ball on top of the block with, so it won't roll around too much. So just something soft, even a dish towel can help a little bit. Susanna, is that you under the bio heading?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, welcome. Nice to see you, or see your
Or
name
not.
anyway. All right, I think everybody's here now. Meredith, are you both on the one screen?
Yeah, I just found your link, so I'm going to be a few minutes late. I got here though; that's what matters.
Okay, good.
And I'm going to go grab my clothes, and I'll be right back. So.
Okay, great. And I have Stephanie and Ben are coming, but they are running a bit behind.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm going to give 2 more minutes to Meredith and Stephanie, and then I'll get started. If you just chimed on, I'm just going to go back through the equipment thing. So I was hoping that everybody would at least have the small size of therapy balls, but if you have an alpha ball, you could have option to use that. So you might want to get it out. If you have a strap, there'll be an option to use a yoga strap later. And we'll be putting our ball onto a block. If you don't have a yoga block, you could get a thick book, like a dictionary or something. And we'll put a sandbag on top of the block to hold the ball. So if you don't have a sandbag, you could try a rice bag or a little pillow or even a dishcloth just to keep your ball from rolling around too much on the block. Okay. Hi, Becca. I'm super happy to see you.
Wow.
Great to be here.
I don't know if you can see my background at all there, Becca, but maybe you can see these, peek at these lovebirds in my background.
Hey, hello, Ramirez's. Right? Is that Ramirez's?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started now. So you should be looking at a skeleton here. Give me a nod if you guys are seeing my screen share. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we just have a nice formation of a spine. And you can see the spine comes in these beautiful curvy forms here. And when we're seated upright, we want to have the maintenance of these curves. And we don't say we have a neck in the same way that we have an arm or a leg, where we have these kind of separated bony structures that constitute that limb. Because your neck is really like the continuation of the spine. It's not really like its own separate entity. And pain in your neck really begins pretty low down in the spine a lot of times. It's not like you have an ache in your arm and it's totally dissociated with the rest of the body. But the neck and the spine are very, I mean, your arm is associated with the rest of your body too, but the neck is so integrally related with what's happening in the spine that you can't separate it. So that's the first thing I want to say, is that your neck is really part of your spine. So when you have the tendency to sit like this, here we have an x-ray of ourselves at the desk. What happens is this total loss of natural and healthy spinal curvature. Some of your faces are cringing because you know you sit like this. And you can see that this curve in the upper back gets accentuated to the point that it flattens out the lordotic curve of the lower spine, which is supposed to be somewhat convex there. Concave, is that what I want to say? Can't remember which one I want to say. Somebody tell me. Anyway, it's flattened. And what happens here to the cervical spine is it becomes almost horizontal. And being bipedal, we are not created with the architectural support to hold the neck in a horizontal manner. You can see here, right here, these are some horse cervicals. And so when you have a quadruped, you have these huge interlocking cervical spines that overlap each other by a couple of inches. And that interlocks and keeps a head at rest, even though it's very far forward on its neck. But if you're bipedal, you're not created with that. Instead, you have these little tiny cervical vertebrae, very small and light. They are not built to be horizontal. Instead, the cranium is designed to rest on the top of the cervical spine. And when it's balanced there on these delicate vertebrae, everything is in place and nothing is overstrained. But if the head is forward of the cervical vertebrae here, the musculature has to hold up the head, because the cervical spine is not designed architecturally to do this. So when the musculature is holding up the head, that is, a situation of a lot of strain for the neck. So here's a relatively healthy curvature in the neck spine. And again, you can see how small these vertebrae are that are stacked up on each other. when we lose the curvature of our neck spine and it grows flat and straight like this, we lose strength, we lose the cranium's balance at the top of the spine as well. And we can even go so far as to have a curve develop in the opposite formation of what our cervical spine is supposed to be from mistreating our neck spine. Okay, so it can actually start to curve forward like this instead of backward. So we can have a variety of problems, musculoskeletal problems in the neck that create pain. And we can also have problems around the shoulder girdle that contribute to this pain. You can see here from this photo that this is the collarbone coming to the front of the body. And it's the only point of attachment for the shoulder blade to the skeletal framework. There's no bony attachment on the backside. The scapula rides free of the rib cage. So if your collarbones are rolled forward and your shoulder blades are hiked up, they can actually roll up near the top of the rib cage and start to tip forward over the front. And the collarbones will roll forward and they'll become very V-shaped. And that, again, causes a lot of pain and strain for the musculature around this area because this whole structure is meant to rest down and the scaps are supposed to be dropping down towards the back edge of the rib cage. So I just wanted to give us those visuals so that it would be in our minds as we began the practice of what we're looking to have is the cranium balanced with the cervicals in that upright position with a little bit of natural curvature at the back of the neck. And we're looking for, instead of having the shoulders forward and up near the ears with this kind of hooding in the upper traps, we're looking to have the shoulder blades dropping down the back.
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions about anything that I showed there with the anatomy before we begin?
Yeah, it's right. So the problem is mom's laptop is a C.
Oh, I don't think that was a question for us. It was a question for them. Okay, so we're going to begin with some movement vocabulary that will help us throughout all the exercises. So at the beginning, we're just going to show some little things so that you know, and some of you know all these words already because you practice with me a lot. But you'll hear some words that you're going to hear repeatedly throughout the workshop, and we'll start there. But I just wanted to say one more thing about the anatomy is that if we're not using our core musculature to inform how we carry our spine, and because the neck is really part of the spine, we'll tend to get more and more rigidity and chronic tension in the outer body. So we want to use the core musculature to hold ourselves up and to initiate a lot of movements. And if we don't do that, our neck and shoulder will get tighter and tighter, and our connective tissues will get hypertonic. So we'll have too much strain in our ligaments and in our fascia, which has the quality of pain in the fascia is more stinging, burning, sharp pain, whereas muscular pain tends to be like more dull, achy, sore, those kinds of words. So if you have pain in your neck, which is like sudden, sharp, severe, stinging, burning, all of those mean that you have fascia that's caught in a very tight, dried up kind of way. And it's hard to release that kind of tension in the body. Whereas muscle tension can be sore, you can have pain in your muscle, but if you just do that action some more again and go on a walk, move your body around, muscle soreness will tend to dissipate. So we'd rather have the pain in the muscle body than in the fascia because it's something that works out as we move. The fascia can be much harder. It can trap things, trap pain in the body. And so today, one of our goals is going to be to move from the fascia to the muscle body with where our tension is so that it can get out. The slower that you go today, as you move, you want to move with awareness and slowness and not too much forcefulness. The slower that you move and the more gently that you move with your body, the more we can kind of retrain the body without getting too much muscle soreness. The more you push and really exert a lot of force today, the more sore you're going to get. Now, if you're a very practiced and competent practitioner and you want to have that soreness and just move through it and out of the body, that's fine. But just know that you might be if you really go forcefully into some of these movements, you might be creating soreness for yourself tomorrow. So you just choose your level, choose your appropriate level of movement. And of course, you know, this is not a one-time fix. There's a lot of complex things going on in the neck and lower down in the spine, but this whole set of exercises is designed to reset your muscle patterning so that you can have overall more comfort in your neck and healthier movement. Okay. All right. Any questions on anything I've said before we lie down? Okay. All right. So we're going to start off with a meditation. We're just going to lie flat on the back, and I'm going to just talk you through some areas to relax. And the idea is to tune our mind in to where we're keeping tension in the body, noticing it and giving ourselves a baseline for that tension so that we can become familiar with it, and also noticing what it's possible to let go of in terms of neck and shoulder tension that that we can just access already with our current understanding, muscle understanding that resides in our brain. So just gonna lie down flat on your back. There you go. Great. And without changing or fixing anything, just start to notice your body. Notice how you're lying on the mat. Notice the placement of the shoulder girdle, the shoulder blades on the mat. If the right shoulder or the left shoulder is higher towards your ear, if one of your shoulder blades is heavier into the floor, and just begin to notice the two edges of your pelvis. If one side is heavier into the floor or not. If one foot is further away from you or more externally rotated. You're just kind of scanning the body and noticing whatever you can notice, not necessarily fixing or changing anything. And then just begin a very slow head roll, looking left and looking right. Go slowly and just become aware of your current range of motion. And just kind of taking a baseline to notice how the neck feels, where the pain begins, where the restriction begins as you move. And then on your next pass, go ahead and tip your chin up toward the ceiling so that there's a little bit more arch in your neck. And then look side to side again and just begin to notice how your range of motion is when your chin is tipped up a little bit. How that's different from when your chin is in a more neutral place. And then finally, go ahead and tuck your chin and just begin to notice how your range of motion is when the back of the neck is as lengthened out as possible. Just noticing in those three positions, your current range of motion. And then whenever you're done with that, just let that go and draw your attention to your ear. And just notice if the act of straining to hear or efforting to understand is caught in your tissues. And see if you can relax your ear, let your earlobe drape down, and just find the inside of your ear dropping in towards the center of your brain. And then just noticing your eyes. See if you can bring your attention Notice if the act of squinting or searching with your eyes is caught in your tissues. And just see if you can relax all the muscle and skin around your eyes, and even allow the inside of your eyes to drop back towards the brain. And then just bring your awareness to your cheekbones. See if you can soften the outer edge of your cheekbones. And as you do that, notice if your shoulders soften down, soothe down. And then bring your attention to your tongue. And notice if the tongue is pressing up against the top teeth of the mouth. See if you can allow the tongue to rest down into the bottom of the mouth, like the tongue in Savasana. Just allow the tongue to begin to salivate. Notice, bring your awareness down to the throat. Just noticing if frustration or unspoken words are caught in the tissues of your throat. And see if you can relax all around your vocal cords. Relax around the Adam's apple. And relax the throat again. Just bring your awareness to the back of the neck, where fear and anxiety can reside. And just notice if you can allow the skin and the fascia and the musculature right around the cervical spine to release. And soften the back of the neck again. And then finally, just picturing a string of pearls around the base of the neck. Begin at the front of the neck, and one pearl at a time, just notice if you can relax the area around that pearl. In the fascia, in the skin, in the musculature. Just going around the base of the neck, one area at a time, one pearl at a time. Noticing, what can I let go? What can I consciously free up? What is my mind right now able to relax and release? Take your time. Let your awareness come all the way back around to the front. Just growing awareness in the mind again of what is chronically tight and what you are able to consciously release. And when you're ready, let that go and take your hands onto your belly. And just breathe in, fill the belly with breath. And then on the exhalation, just notice the fingertips dropping down toward the floor. And then as you inhale, just letting the belly poof up, rise up toward the ceiling, filling with breath. And on the exhalation, allowing the fingertips to drop down toward the floor, exhaling everything out the body. Couple more of those at your own pace, just noticing what it's like to have the belly fill with air and trying to keep your neck out of the equation. Some of us are neck breathers and will tend to tense up the muscles at the side of the neck as we're inhaling. So just notice, see if you can maintain that softness of throat and neck that we were working as you inhale, keeping very soft and quiet in the neck. Really good. And then just draw your fingertips down halfway between the navel and the pubic bone. This is your deep belly. Inhale and see if you can puff up the fingers now toward the ceiling. A little bit harder to fill with breath there. And then exhale, just drop the deep belly down toward the earth. Inhale, poof up the deep belly toward the ceiling. And exhale, just drop down towards the earth there as if you were pulling on a tight pair of pants and zipping them up. And then inhale, poof up, let that tightness and contraction of the deep belly go. Make sure the neck is soft. And exhale, contract deep belly again as it drops down towards the floor. Inhale, poof up, keep the neck soft. And exhale, drop down, contracting without using the sides of the neck. And then just let that go. Now just cross your arms over your chest so that your right fingertips are underneath your left collarbones and your left fingertips are underneath your right collarbones. Just on the bottom side of your collarbone, just above your breast tissue. Your fingertips are on pec minor. Yeah, there you go. And then press lightly into that pec minor tissue right above your collarbones with your fingertips. And then on the inhalation, press back against your fingertips with your in-breath. So you're breathing in and you're puffing up into your fingertips as if you're going to raise your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then on the exhalation, just let that go. Inhale, press lightly back towards your fingertips with your in-breath. And exhale, let that tissue relax. And just take a few more of those breaths. This is your apical lung. The top of your lung is like the cupula of your lung. And when you inhale here, you're just puffing up the very top of your lung like you're going to float your collarbone up with the top of the lung. Just noticing that action of the upper lung movement, the spread of the upper intercostal muscles between the ribs. And as you exhale, just soften your low ribs down toward the floor. For 3 and 2 and 1. And now take your hands onto your low back. Put your hands on your low back as if you're feeling very indignant about something, and you kind of put your hands behind your back and say humph. But let that humph go. Be at peace inside of yourself, but breathe in to your hands and see what kind of space you can make in your kidney band, as if your kidney is going to drop into your hands and fill your hands. Just notice what it's like to have the breath back there, right at the area beneath the bottom tip of your shoulder blade, puffing out that kidney band. You're in the area behind the rib cage, right below the back of the rib cage. Yeah. Good. Just breathing in there. Meredith, are you having trouble hearing? You're muted. I can't hear you.
I can hear you. I'm trying to figure out which area I'm supposed to have my hands on.
So you're looking at this area right here. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure. All right. So now we've familiarized ourselves with a couple of areas that we're going to breathe into. And now we're just going to do some small movements. And this is the movement vocabulary that I was mentioning. Yeah, I see some of you getting blankets, and I definitely want you to be warm. So be somewhere where you're not cold, or get enough blanket on so that you don't freeze up. All right, so you're gonna lie on your back. You can have your knees bent or straight out, either way. But you just want to begin to pull your shoulder blades together toward the spine, like you're gonna squeeze a grate between your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades are hugging in against the spine. And then as you exhale, spread your shoulder blades out. Take your arms out to a T, reach into your fingertips, and just try to get your shoulder blades reaching as wide apart as they can. And then as you take your next exhalation, draw your shoulder blades together again, pull them in towards the spine like you're squeezing a grape. And then as you inhale, reach into your fingertips and pull your shoulder blades apart. And just take a couple of those, noticing what it's like to move your shoulder blades together and apart. Yeah, that looks really nice. And the next time you do that, go ahead and cross your hands over your chest again. And as you draw your shoulder blades apart on the inhalation, allow them to ride up the sides of your body like they're canoeing up the sides of your body. And you're pulling them around like you're trying to reach your shoulder blades around to the front edge of your body. And then as you inhale, just draw your shoulder blades together again so that they hug into the spine. And just take a couple of those movements, wrapping the shoulder blades up around the sides of the body, getting them as wide apart as they can. And then retracting them, drawing them really close into the spine, like they're squeezing a grape in there. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then go ahead and bend the knees and place the feet onto the floor with the knees bent. And just begin with the hands clasped behind the head. Don't pull or tug on the head. The hands are just there to cradle and support the head. So please be gentle with your neck while we're doing this exercise. And on your first inhalation, just drop your elbows down into the floor. Just feel what it's like to give a little pressure and firmness. Don't over effort, don't overstrain, but you're just pressing your elbows into the floor, trying to keep the sides of the neck soft. That area that we were bringing awareness to earlier, trying to keep tension out of the neck. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then release that action and draw the elbows up alongside the ear and tuck the chin as much as you can. And just notice the spine between the shoulder blades dropping down into the floor like a dorsal fin, like you were a dolphin. You had a fin and it's pressing down into the floor, slicing down into the floor. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then inhale and take the elbows wide again and press them, give them a little pressure into the floor. This time lift the chin and just notice what it's like to pull the shoulder blades up into the back of the rib cage as the elbows drop down. And then as you exhale, get the elbows alongside the ear, tuck the chin, drop into your dolphin fin. You can even lift your chin up, lift your head up off the floor a little bit as you tuck your chin this time. And then inhale, we're going to go back the other way. Spread your elbows wide, let your shoulder blades glue up onto the back of your rib cage. And this time really lift your belly up to the ceiling and drop your tail down. So you're in a full dog tilt. You can pick your chin up a little bit more even. And then as you exhale, elbows come alongside ear, chin tucks, drop into your dolphin fin into the floor. Inhale. You can switch the cross of the index fingers now and take the elbows wide, lift the chin, lift the belly, drop the tail, and this time pull your shoulder blades further toward the pelvis and pull the back rim of the pelvis more towards the shoulder blades until you feel your low back working. Try to keep your neck soft. On your next exhalation, draw elbows alongside the ears, tuck chin, drop down into that dolphin fin between the scaps and wrap your shoulder blades around the edges of your body like we were doing a moment ago. So they're canoeing up. Inhale
Elbows come down, chin lifts, belly lifts, shoulder blades reach towards back rim of pelvis reaches towards shoulder blades. On your next exhale, take your elbows alongside the ears, tuck your chin, lift your head, drop your dolphin fin. Inhale, elbows come down, press into the floor, lift the chin, lift the belly, reach the shoulder blades for the back rim of the pelvis. Back rim of pelvis reaches for the shoulder blades. And you're feeling that muscle that connects the back lowest rib to the pelvis contract. That's called your QL. So this is a QL contraction. And then on your next exhalation, elbows alongside ears, tuck chin, lift head, drop down your dolphin fin, and lift up your tail this time towards the ceiling. And then inhale, sink the elbows down, lift the chin, lift the belly, contract your QL. As you exhale, take elbows alongside ears, tuck chin, lift head, sink dolphin fin, and let the tail reach up towards the ceiling as the belly sinks down towards the floor. 3 more of those. Inhale, open up, drop elbows, lift chin, lift belly, sink tail, QL contracts. Exhale, elbows alongside ear, lift head, lift tail, sink dolphin fin. Inhale, open up, contract your QL, dog tilt. Exhale, cat arch. Reach your low ribs towards your pubic bone this time. Inhale, open up, contract your QL, dog tilt. Exhale, cat arch. Reach your lowest rib towards the pubic bone. And then just let that go for a moment. Take a couple of breaths on your back. Tune into your neck. See if you can keep your neck soft. Bring that awareness to bear we began the practice with, is that soft neck. And then interlace your fingers again behind the base of the skull. And take an easy inhale. And as you exhale, take your elbows alongside the ear and roll up. Look at your navel. You're going straight up the center. Then step into your right shoulder blade. Reach your left elbow outside your right thigh as your right knee comes towards yourself. And just soften up the sides of your neck. Just notice if you started to tense your neck. Reach your left shoulder blade around the edge of the body. So your left elbow is reaching towards your right foot, and your left shoulder blade is following the reach of the elbow like it's trying to get away from the spine. And then go ahead and roll down. Inhale, set your elbows into the floor, lift the chin, lift the belly, contract your QL. Exhale, the elbows alongside the ears, tuck chin, lift head, lift tail. You're coming right up the center. Then go ahead and step into your left shoulder blade. Reach your right elbow outside your left thigh like old-fashioned bicycle move. Reach your elbow towards your left foot and let your right shoulder blade wrap around the edge of your body. It's following after the movement of the right elbow. For 3, 2, 1, and then inhale, drop down. Sink elbows, lift chin, lift belly, contract QL. Exhale, elbows alongside of ears, roll up and look at your belly. You're coming right up the midline. And step into your right shoulder blade. Left elbow comes outside of right thigh. As it reaches, let your left shoulder blade follow after the action of that elbow like it's trying to get away from the spine. Be as soft in your neck as you can. Your head can rest in your right elbow. And then on your next in-breath, let that go. Sink your elbows down into the floor. Lift chin, lift belly, contract QL. Exhale, elbows alongside ears. Lift head, lift tail, tuck chin. You're coming right up the center. And then just step into your left shoulder blade. Right elbow comes to left thigh. Reach the elbow, reach the right shoulder blade around the body like it's trying to get away from the spine. And just try to make sure your neck is as soft as possible. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and come down. Elbows drop down. QL contracts. And then exhale and just let that go. And again, just notice, take into your awareness how your neck is doing, how integrated the tightness of the neck is with every movement that you make, the neck trying to play, and just see what kind of softness you can develop as you're moving your core musculature. And then go ahead and just float your left arm up to the ceiling. Reach your left fingertips as high up as you can get them. So you're reaching, reaching, reaching until your left shoulder blade starts to pull up off the mat. When your fingertips are as high as you can get them, take an exhalation and just drop your left shoulder blade down onto the mat. Let it clunk down. And then inhale your right fingertips up. Reach higher, higher, higher. Your right shoulder blade is trying to peel up off the mat. Inhale your fingertips a little higher. And then exhale, just let your right shoulder blade clunk down onto the mat. Inhale, left hand lifts. Exhale, clunk your left shoulder blade down. Inhale, right hand lifts. Exhale, just let your right shoulder blade clunk down onto the mat. And just begin to walk side to side on your shoulder blades like that, lifting your hand and then releasing that shoulder blade and then going to the other side. Just trying to get as much release, relaxation, letting go in that shoulder blade as you can. Really good. For 3. And 2. And 1. Now we're going to roll over onto the right side. You can have your elbow underneath your head like this, or if you'd rather have your head on a block, if you know you have wide shoulder blades, you don't want to cramp up your right collarbone, just put your head onto a block and just scooch your right hand forward a little bit so your right shoulder blade is a little bit ahead of you and is not getting compressed too much, because we're going to be here for a moment. Is that too hard for you? Because I can get you something soft for your buckets. And then just go ahead and unfurl your left arm up to the sky. Inhale, lift the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, just let that left shoulder head clunk down like we were doing a moment ago. But now it's clunking into the shoulder head, into the glenoid fossa. Inhale, lift the fingertips. Exhale, shoulder head drops down into its socket. Inhale, lift. And exhale, drop. And just let it be very relaxed into that space and begin to make a tiny clockwise circle with your left fingertips. Go slowly and just allow your brain to tune into that movement. The slower you go, the more your brain will get out of it. And you're just trying to notice where your circle is not smooth, where you have a little bit of a rigidy action. Just go even slower through that space. You're trying to smooth out the coordination of your muscles there as they try to create the smoothest arc, the smoothest circle possible. And when you feel ready, just begin to enlarge in your circle a little bit, so that you are catching a little bit more of a diameter, going as slowly as you can. Really good. And just keeping that shoulder head dropped down and relaxed into the socket, into the glenoid fossa. And you're just enlarging your circle, not speeding up. Try not to speed up as you enlarge your circle. Try to stay slow. Just notice that coordination. And also notice if your neck is trying to hold up your arm. So
If your neck is getting involved, go back to that deep belly, that place where we were contracting as if pulling on, zipping up some tight pants, and give a little contraction there to hold your arm up instead of letting your neck work. Really nice. Now just begin to make the biggest circle that you can make. Go slow, don't speed up just because your circle's getting bigger. Just grow your circle a little bit. You are moving from the deep belly. The deep belly is a little contracted and it's the beginning of your arm. Really nice work. Take your time. When you've completed your next circle, just draw your arm back up to the ceiling. Take your time, finish up. Don't be in a hurry. Good. And then lift your fingertips up to the ceiling, reach, 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 and exhale. Just let that shoulder head clunk down into its socket. Inhale, lift, and exhale, drop. Inhale, lift, and exhale, drop. And now we're just gonna go in a counterclockwise, tiny little circle. Just noticing as you let the musculature at the back side of the arm lead the coordination, how smooth or jagged your circle is. Many people will have a more jagged circle in this direction. Just notice where your areas are and go even more slowly through those spaces. You're just trying to coordinate that musculature. This little movement, while the shoulder head is relaxed down, dropped into the fascia. If you need to stabilize the body somewhere, don't use the neck, use the deep belly. Really beautiful. Whenever you're ready, you can start to enlarge your circle a little bit. Just begin to widen your circle. Try not to speed up just because your circle is getting larger. Just allow yourself to go slowly through those jagged spaces. Neck is soft. Deep belly is on. Really nice. Rewiring the brain. And finally, when you feel ready, just make the largest circle that you can make. Try not to speed up. Really great. Take your time. But when you feel done with that, just let it go and roll onto your back and notice. What kind of change did you make between the right side and the left side of the body? How is the right shoulder blade feeling different from the left shoulder blade? Just a little bit of time concentrating on that coordination and what kind of difference did it make in the sensation of the body. And then just go ahead and roll over onto your left side. And again, you can take your left elbow like this underneath your head, or you could take the block under the left side of the head and creep your left fingers forward so that your shoulder blade and your collarbone are not cramped up. And then just unfurl your right hand up to the sky. Inhale and lift the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Lift, 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 lift. And then exhale, let that shoulder head clunk down into its socket. Inhale, lift. And exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. And exhale, drop. And then just allowing that shoulder head to stay very heavy in the socket. Begin with a little counterclockwise circle. And just tracing with your fingers as smooth of a circular shape onto the ceiling as you can. And wherever it is jagged or straying from that circular path, just slow down even more. And see if you can find that smooth coordination in the musculature that's rotating your arm. Really nice. Taking your time, whenever you're ready, just enlarging your circle a little bit and try not to speed up as you make your circle bigger. Just allow a little bit larger of a diameter to come into your circle. Noticing the jagged edges, going even slower through those arcs. Super nice. Take your time, but whenever you're ready, you can begin to make the largest circle that you can make. Your hand might drape down to the floor in front of you or overhead. You're just creating a circle with really wide diameter, but try not to speed up as you take that bigger circle. And just try to maintain the slow breath, the soft neck. And if you need to stabilize the body somewhere, you'll go for the deep belly. Really good. The slower you go, the more you'll get out of it. Take your time. When you finish your big circle, lift your hand directly up towards the ceiling. Inhale those fingertips up, up, up to the sky. And exhale, let it clunk down into the socket. Inhale, lift. And exhale, clunk. Inhale, lift. And exhale, clunk. And just allowing that shoulder head to be very heavy into the socket, we're going to start a little clockwise circle, leading the circle with the musculature on the back side. And again, just going slowly, noticing where the jagged edges are. Last side. Try not to speed up. We all have a lot of speed caught in our tissues, but we're trying to go slow and allow the parasympathetic nervous system to come into ascendancy here. Just moving as slowly as you can. Really nice. Take your time, but whenever you feel ready, just begin to enlarge in your circle a little bit. Try not to speed up just because you're making your circle larger. Neck is soft. If you need to stabilize somewhere in the body, choose the deep belly. We are rewiring the brain to stabilize from the deep belly while there's arm movement on, instead of using the neck. Really nice. Take your time, but when you're ready, make the biggest circle that you can make. Fingertips might graze the floor in front of you, or they might not. Try not to speed up just because you're making a big circle. Yeah. It's like a giant kelp frond circulating in the water. Super nice movement. Take your time. Go slow. But when you're ready, you'll release that motion and just come back onto your back and notice. What was the effect of that? Were you able to bring about the same kind of relaxation on that side of the shoulder girdle as on the first side? And just scan the body and notice, how is it lying on the mat now? How's the left shoulder blade versus the right shoulder blade? And just very slowly begin to turn your nose to the left and to the right. And just to notice your range of motion. Don't push or force. Maybe there's been no change, that's okay, but maybe you're noticing a little more freedom of movement to the left and to the right than when we began. And next time your nose is up towards the ceiling, lift the chin and tilt the chin up towards the ceiling a little bit, and then check out your range of motion to the right and the left in that position. Again, just noticing if there's been any change. And next time your chin is up towards the ceiling, just tuck your chin down into the notch between your collarbones and just continue that little travel of the nose to the left and to the right to see how your range of motion is developing. Yeah, keep the back of your head on the floor. Just keep your chin tucked. There we go. For 3 and 2 and 1. All right, now we're going to roll back onto the right side. And we've got the right elbow bent underneath the head again. If you want to have your block, you can, but we're going to roll the head open this time. And it's nice to have a little bit more mobility. So if you feel uncomfortable with your head on the elbow, I would recommend you getting an extra blanket and putting it under your head. Either of you want an extra blanket? Okay. All right, and then you're just going to creep your left fingers out directly in front of you with the palm side down. And as you inhale, you're going to creep your fingers forward, and you're going to reach right from your bra strap, or if you're a guy where you might wear a heart rate monitor. And then as you exhale, just pull that hand back towards you so that the left shoulder stacks up over the right shoulder. And then inhale, slide that hand away again. Reach it from the bra strap to the bottom tip of the shoulder blade. Soften your neck. And then as you exhale, drop back. Inhale, slide it out. And exhale, drop. Now, straighten your right arm out as well, so that your palms are touching. And as you inhale, slide your left hand past your right hand. Your nose is going to look down at the floor. Reach from that bra strap. And then exhale your palms back together. Inhale, slide your left palm along your right palm. And this time you're going to rainbow your left arm up alongside your ear,
And just let it keep going until it's traced a half circle so that your upper body is twisting open and you're looking back toward your left hand. Maybe it doesn't touch the floor, maybe it does, don't worry about that. Just notice what it's like to be in this open twist. And then get your deep belly on, so contract between the navel and the pubic bone like you're pulling on a tight pair of pants. And once you're contracted there, go ahead and turn your face back towards the right. And as you do, place your right fingertips below your left collarbone and breathe into your right fingertips, pulling that left breast tissue, left pec minor tissue forward into the fingers. And then let that go. Keep the deep belly contracted. Lift the left hand up towards the ceiling. Pick up the fingertips as high as you can get them. And then exhale the left palm onto the right palm. And your whole shoulder blade relaxes down. Inhale, reach forward from the bra strap. On your exhale, rainbow the hand up alongside, arm alongside the ear. And all the way behind you so that your upper body is in an open twist. Turn to look back at your right hand. And as you turn back, take your right fingertips under your left collarbone and press back into your fingertips with your in-breath. So you're drawing that left pec minor, that left apical lung forward into your hand. Hopefully you feel a big stretch across your front chest. And then exhale, let that go. Inhale, go for your deep belly contraction. Stack your left knee on top of your right knee. Pull your left knee forward. And exhale your hand up towards the ceiling. Lift, lift, lift into the fingertips. And all the way over onto your palm. Clunky down. Last one of those, inhale, reach your left hand forward. Exhale your left arm alongside your ear and all the way behind you. Inhale, turn your navel forward, your head forward, right fingertips below left collarbone, pressing back into the fingertips with your in-breath. And then exhale, let that go. Inhale, contract your deep belly, stack your left knee on your right knee. Lift your left hand up to the ceiling, lift, lift, lift. And then exhale, clunk that hand down onto your right palm. This time, as you reach your left hand forward, you're going to reach from higher up near the top of your shoulder blade. So creep your fingers forward again, but reach from a little higher up on your shoulder blade. And then as you exhale, arm comes alongside ear. Reach into your fingertips from that higher point along the shoulder blade and all the way open out to the back. On your inhalation, turn your head to the right, turn your belly forward. Breathe into your right fingertips underneath your left collarbone. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, contract deep belly and stack your left knee directly over your right knee if it's fallen back. Lift your left hand up to the sky, up, up, up into those fingertips. And exhale, let that hand clunk down onto the right palm. Again, reach from a little higher up in your shoulder blade as you take your hand forward. Let that arm come alongside the ear on the exhalation and all the way out behind you. As you inhale, turn forward, breathe into your fingertips below your collarbone. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, deep belly, stack your knees, lift your hand up to the sky, your belly stabilizing you, you're not lifting with your neck, and exhale, just drop that palm down. Last one from the top of the shoulder blade. Inhale, reach your left hand forward.
alongside the ear on the exhalation, reaching from the top edge of your shoulder blade open all the way out to the back. And then as you inhale, turn your gaze forward, breathe into your fingers or your imaginary fingers if you don't want to pick your hand up, pressing your pec minor forward. Exhale, let that go. Make sure your neck is soft, but you're using your deep belly. As you let your hand float up to the sky, pick up into your fingertips, and exhale, left palm onto right palm. Inhale, slide the fingers forward, and this time reach from your neck. Exhale your hand alongside the ear, still reaching fingers from the neck, and open all the way out behind you. On your inhale, look forward, breathe into fingertips. As you exhale, let that go. Inhale, tighten up your deep belly, stack your knees, and lift your palm up to the sky from the neck, reaching from the neck. And then exhale, just let your hand clasp down onto your right palm. Inhale, stretch your fingers forward, reach from the neck. Exhale, the left arm alongside the ear and open up into a twist. Inhale, look forward, breathe with your breath into the fingers. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, get your deep belly on, stack your knees, lift your hand up to the sky, reach from the neck. Exhale, close your palm. 2 more of those. Inhale, slide the fingers forward, reach from the neck. Exhale, arm alongside ear and all the way open. Inhale, look forward, breathe, pec minor forward. Exhale, let that go. Keep your neck soft, work from your belly as you lift your hand up to the sky. Pick up your fingers from the neck, stretching from the neck. Exhale, close the palm. Inhale, reach your fingers forward. Exhale, arm alongside of ear. Open up the hand behind you. Notice any increase in your range of motion. Inhale, gaze comes forward. Reach your breast tissue forward into your imaginary fingertips. Exhale, let that go. Inhale that palm up to the sky. Reach from your neck as the fingertips go up. Keep your neck soft even as you're reaching it. Exhale, plunk that hand down. And then just let that go and lie on your back. Just see if you can notice any change in the left side of the body, in the integration of the musculature from the top of the head on the left side to the bottom of the foot on the left side. Just noticing how that whole side of the body feels as compared to the right side. See if you can notice any sense of integration or coordination on the left side. Any sense of relaxation and dropping down in the left scap, left edge of pelvis, back of the left calf, left heel. And when you're ready, you're going to just roll over onto your left side. And again, you can cradle at the beginning, cradle your head onto your left elbow or onto a blanket. And just take your right palm out in front of you and inhale and creep it forward, reach from your bra strap. And exhale, draw your right shoulder back over your left shoulder. Inhale, slide your hand away, reach from the bottom tip of the shoulder blade. And exhale, return. Inhale, reach. Nose comes to floor. Exhale, return. And then just straighten your left arm out as well so that your right palm is on your left palm. Inhale, slide your right palm further than your left palm. Reach from the bra strap. And then as you exhale, take your right arm alongside the ear and let it continue open back behind you until you're in a little bit of a twist here. And then as you inhale, turn your nose back towards the left. Take your right fingertips under your sorry, your left fingertips under your right collarbone and breathe in towards the fingertips with your breath. And then exhale, let that go. Contract deep belly, stack your right knee on your left knee and inhale your hand up to the ceiling, pick up into your fingertips, and then exhale, just clunk that right hand down. We're gonna do 2 more of those. Inhale, reach from the broad strap. Exhale, the arm alongside of the ear and all the way open into the twist. Right pec minor, right collarbone is more problematic in most people. So as you turn towards the front and breathe into the fingertips, you probably notice more tightness in this apical lung. That's typical. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, get your deep belly on, stack your knees and lift your right hand up to the ceiling, into the fingertips, reach from the bottom tip of the shoulder blade. And then exhale, just clump down onto the other palm. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, the arm alongside the ear. All the way open. And then as you inhale, just draw your breath towards your fingertips and that apical lung. Exhale, let it go. Deep bellies on, stack your knees. Inhale that right hand up to the ceiling, lift into fingertips. Exhale, drop your palm. This time as you slide forward, you're going to reach forward from the top of the right shoulder blade instead of the bottom of it. Exhale alongside the ear. Let that hand open up all the way behind you. As you inhale, draw your nose towards the left. Breathe into those fingertips beneath your right collarbone, pressing apical lung forward. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, deep belly, stacking right knee on left knee. Lift right fingertips up to ceiling. Lift from the top edge of the shoulder blade. And exhale, just let that hand come down on the left palm. Inhale, slide forward, reach from the top edge of the shoulder blade. Right arm alongside ear on the exhale, and you'll just keep opening up that hand behind you. As you inhale, turn towards the left. Breathe into those fingertips. Swell up your right pec minor. Exhale, let that go. Deep bellies on, stack your knees. Inhale, the hand lifts. Pick up those fingertips towards the ceiling. Reach across the top edge of the shoulder blade. And exhale, drop down. Last one of those. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, the arm alongside the ear and opening up. Maybe you'll notice a little more range of motion in your twist. Inhale, look the other way. Breathe into your imaginary fingertips. Exhale, let that go. Get your deep belly on. Stack your knees. Inhale the hand up to the ceiling. Reach up across the shoulder top. And exhale, coming down. Inhale, creep your hand forward and reach from the neck this time. Exhale, the arm alongside the ear and all the way out behind you. Inhale, look left, belly comes following the nose. Breathe into those fingertips. Exhale. Deep bellies on, stack your knees. Inhale that hand up to sky, lift into fingertips from the neck. Exhale, come down. Inhale, slide the hand away, reach from the neck. Exhale, the arm alongside the ear. Open all the way behind you. And then turn the belly and the head left. Inhale, breathe your pec minor into your fingers. Your right hand is reaching back behind you. Your chest is reaching forward. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, deep bellies on, stack your knees, lift your right hand up to ceiling, reach from the neck, elongate collarbone, exhale, drop down. 2 more of those. Inhale, reach from the neck. Exhale alongside the ear and open all the way behind you. Inhale, turn the body to the left, reach the chest forward, reach the right hand back. Externally rotate your right hand a little bit so the thumb really comes down towards the floor. And then exhale, let that go. Inhale that right hand up to ceiling. Use your deep belly, not your neck, to lift your hand up. Lift into the fingertips. Reach from the neck. Stretch alongside the edge of the neck. And then exhale, plunge out. Last one. Inhale, reach from the neck. Exhale, arm alongside the ear. Open all the way out. Inhale into those fingertips beneath the collarbone. Stretch your right hand back. Breathe into that upper chest. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, use your belly here. Don't lift from the neck. Lift from the belly. And then stretch from the neck up into the ceiling. And exhale the hand down. Slide your palm forward. And then just let that go and come onto your back. And just see what you can notice about the integration of the whole body, the rib cage, right scap on the mat. Just noticing the placement, the weight, the evenness of everything on the mat. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then we're just going to take one moment of preparation to roll over onto your belly and then just come up onto your hands and knees and drop your tail back towards your heels. And then just go ahead and look to the left, but bump your hip over to the right. Shift your pelvis so it's almost coming off your right heel towards the floor. And then just come back to center on your inhalation. And on your exhalation, look to the right and let your hip bump over towards the left so it reaches down towards the floor. And then just go side to side, just shifting your pelvis to the right and shifting your pelvis to the left, like you're trying to bump something over with your hip. And your head is going the other direction. For 3, initiate the movement from your hip, pressing out to the side. And 2. And 1. And then we're just going to come back down onto the side. I've got my head resting on my right elbow again. My knees are bent and they're like at a 90-degree angle. And I'm going to begin by taking my left arm right alongside my ear this time. And I'm going to reach my fingertips away, not so much from pulling the top of my shoulder close to my ear, but as if my lowest left rib was directly connected to my left pinky finger. And as I reach my left pinky finger away, that left rib hikes up away from the edge of the pelvis. I'm trying to make as much room in my side waist and spreading the left rib tips as I can. And I can even straighten out my right arm and catch my left wrist with my right hand and pull as if I'm pulling that lowest rib with my right hand and extending alongside that left edge of rib cage. Now I'm going to press my left foot away from me. I'm going to straighten my left leg and push into my left heel and just see how far away I can get my left pinky finger and my left heel away from each other. And I'm going to add the bump of the hip. So just bump your left hip up towards the ceiling like you were doing a moment ago. And just see how much extension that adds to the side of the body. But try to keep your neck soft even while you're pressing your hip up to the ceiling. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then exhale, rebend your left knee, snow angel your right hand down until it's reaching towards your left foot. And reach your left foot, pick your left foot up a little bit and reach your left fingertips towards your left foot. So your left side waist is activated. You want to pull your lowest left rib towards the left pelvis top
and pull the left top of the pelvis towards the lowest left rib. So you're really feeling activated between your rib and your hip here. For 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale, draw the arm in a big semicircle back up to the top of the head. Exhale, push your heel away, bump your hip up towards the ceiling, stretch long on that side of the body. On your next inhale, bend the knee, pick up your head this time and reach the elbow towards the foot. Really use your side waist. So your left hip crest and your left lowest rib are reaching towards each other. On your next exhale, come down, stretch out, push into heel, bump your hip up towards the sky. As you inhale, bend the knee, lift the head. The head's very passive. It's really the hand doing the work. The elbow's reaching towards the foot. I'm trying to get my side waist to work. Exhale, go long. Inhale, contract. Exhale, the left side long. Inhale, contract. Exhale, the left side goes long. Bump that left hip up towards the ceiling. Inhale, contract, left foot lifts, left elbow reaches for the foot. Exhale, go long. And then just let that go. Lie onto your back. Again, you're just noticing how the body feels on the mat, how the integration is going, any lightness that's happening in the neck and shoulders, any release of the neck musculature. We're turning on the side waist, the obliques, and we're going to turn on the QL next because we want those big muscles to take on the actions that the neck has been carrying the strain of by itself often. All right, we're going to roll over to the other side. So we've got the left elbow cradling the head this time. The right arm is coming alongside the ear. My knees are bent. And just creep those fingertips away from you, and especially reach that right pinky finger, not by pulling up the shoulder top near the ear, but by pulling the lowest right rib with that right pinky. Crawl the fingers away from you and get as long as you can. And then go ahead and push your right heel away, making your right heel as far away from your right pinky as you can get it. And then bump your right hip up towards the ceiling and just see what kind of expansion you can get there. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then on your next inhalation, snow angel your right hand down and reach towards your right foot. Pick up your foot and just see if you can touch the heel and get your sideways active. So now your right hip crest is moving towards your right lowest rib. Your right lowest rib is pulling towards your right hip crest, and you're just trying to tighten up that sideways. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then inhale, grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand, stretch and pull your right heel away from you, bump your hip up towards the ceiling. Oh, we were supposed to do that on an exhale. I don't know if I said inhale, sorry. And then inhale, lift your head up, lift your right foot, contract your sideways. And exhale, stretch out, bump your hip up. Inhale, bend knee, pick up head. Head's very passive. It's the sideways that's working. Exhale, go long. Bump your hip up. Inhale, pick up the sideways. Pick up the foot with the sideways. Exhale, go long. Inhale, contract sideways, lift up foot. Exhale, lengthen out. Inhale, lift up that foot. Exhale, go long. Inhale, contract sideways.
And exhale, lengthen out. And then just roll over onto your back again. And just noticing, having turned on that side waist, how the neck and shoulder girdle is feeling, noticing the process. And then bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. Take the right hand, cradle the base of the skull in the hand. The elbow is bent and it's reaching up towards the top of the mat. Left hand is palm face up alongside the body. Take an easy inhale and reach your left hand towards your left heel so that your right elbow slides even more towards the top of the mat. Press your left heel out towards your left hand so that your left side waist is working. You want your left hip crest reaching towards the lowest rib and your lowest rib reaching towards the hip crest. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then exhale, snow angel your hand up, press your heel away, bump your hip out to the side. This is exactly the same action we were taking on the side, but now we're on the back. Inhale, bend knee, right elbow reaches to top of mat, left hand reaches towards left foot. Press, slide left foot out alongside of floor, and this time arch your back, try to get your QL contracted, reach your left shoulder blade towards the back rim of the pelvis and the back rim of the pelvis towards the shoulder blade. Now you've got your side waist on and you've got your QL on. For 3, and 2, and 1. On your next exhalation, snow angel up, push your heel away, bump your hip out. Inhale, right elbow slides up, left hand slides down. Slide your left foot out, get your side waist on, arch your QL, soften your neck. Can you look at your right elbow? Maybe you feel some cramping in your QL or in your side waist because those muscles might not be used to working very much, especially on left side. Left respiratory diaphragm can be really recalcitrant muscle in the body, doesn't like to play. 3, 2, 1. On your next exhalation, go long, push your left heel away, arm alongside head, bump your left hip out to side. As you inhale, reach your left hand down, side waist on, QL on, look at your right elbow. 3, 2, push your left heel out to the side. And 1, as you exhale, go long. Bump your left hip out to the side. Last one of those, inhale. Arch your back, look at your right elbow, soften your neck. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, unwind, bump your left hip out. And just let yourself go and just notice that integration. We started with the side waist, we added the QL. We want these major muscles to play in our movements so that our neck can take less strain. And then just go ahead and switch sides. So bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, cradle your base of skull with your left hand, your left elbow is reaching towards the top of the mat. Take an easy inhale and reach your right hand towards your right heel and slide your right foot out towards your right hand and press it up against there so that your right side waist is activated. Pull your right hip crest up towards your right lowest rib and drop your right lowest rib towards your right hip crest at the same time that your heel is pressing into your right hand. For 3, and 2, and 1. Take an easy inhale, and as you exhale, go long. Snow angel your right hand alongside your ear. Push your right heel away, bump your right hip out to the side. Inhale, left elbow draws up. Bend knee, reach right hand down. You've got your side waist on. This time add your QL. Reach your right shoulder blade towards the back rim of your pelvis. Reach your pelvis towards the back shoulder blade on the right side. for 3, 2, soften neck, and 1, exhale, go long. Push heel away, reach into fingertips, bump right hip out to side. Inhale, contract sideways, QL, 3, soften neck, 2, 1, exhale, go long, push your heel away, bump your hip out to your side, arm comes alongside ear. Inhale, contract up, look at your left elbow this time, really arch that low back. 3, 2, 1, exhale, go long. Last one, inhale, right heel pushes out into hand, get your sideways on, contract your QL, look up towards your elbow, soften your neck. Your head is dropping heavily towards the floor, towards your left forearm. 3, 2, and 1, and then go long. And just let that go for a moment. Just noticing your body on the mat, what's changing, what's turning on, what's turning off, noticing how the body is doing. For 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now we're going to just take a few minutes in case anybody needs to get up and go to the bathroom or move around, and then we're going to come back and finish up these slow movements, and we'll go to some strengthening movements and to some rolling. I just wanted to give a little break. We'll come back by 3:42-ish. How's it going? Okay. How's it going, Lisa?
Wasn't letting me unmute. It's going good. Definitely noticing differences between the two sides. My right side was really sore on those, or less motion on the
Good.
rainbows.
That's really good. And for you, you were not even noticing that tightness before, but now that you are getting more, the muscles around it are letting go more, you're seeing where that's catching. And
Yeah.
that's why you can't get your breath in there.
Yeah.
So that's really good that you can notice that stretch.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm so happy to hear that. All right. Any questions or comments before we go back in? Sarah, how's that going for you?
Good. My burning has already stopped. So
That's good. Where is that usually?
it's been in my neck and my shoulder blades this week.
Okay. I'm going to send you guys a link to this so you can use this practice whenever you want to. So Colby, you are unmuted for a minute. Did you have a question?
You had said we need maybe tennis balls. Did you say 1 or 2?
You mostly need 1, but there's one thing that we're going to do that you could use 2. And if you're using tennis balls, you might put them in a sock and tie the sock up so that you can keep them close together.
Okay.
It's not a huge deal, but how you doing, Steph? How's that going for you?
It's going really good. Feeling lots of just more motion in my shoulder area. So.
Good. Are you kind of cold where you are? You guys are all bundled up.
It's a little. We've got the fire going, but it's taken a while to heat up the space. So
yeah. Okay. How about you, Meredith?
All good. We've got the fire in the background right there.
Yeah. You guys look cozy.
Oh, my arms feel good.
Good.
So good.
All right. And again, if you weren't here in the beginning, I mentioned you might have some muscle soreness tomorrow. And it's better to have the soreness in the muscle body than in the fascia. So just be kind to yourself, hydrate. If you get some soreness tomorrow, do some of these motions again. And doing them again should dissipate the muscle soreness. And go easy on yourself today, because it's good to reach and stretch, not so good to push and force, because that's going to just bring on a lot more muscle soreness. Okay. All right. Any questions about any of that? All right. So now we're going to come on to all fours, and we're just going to begin to take some dog cat movements. So you're on all fours. You're going to inhale, lift the tail, sink the belly, look up with a long back neck. Try not to crush the back of your neck like this, but keep the base of the skull raising up from the shoulder top. And then exhale, tuck the tail, drape the head forward, lift into the cat arch. And then inhale, lift the tail, sink the belly, look up, keep the back of your neck as long as you can. And exhale, tuck the tail, let the base of the skull drape down, lift up that dolphin fin between the shoulder blades. Inhale, dog tilt. Exhale, cat arch. And then you're just going to come down on your elbows. Turn around so you guys can see. Come down on your elbows, and you're going to hold on to the base of the skull for a minute, and then just take that dog tilt mostly at the back of the neck. So your fingers are there just to feel mostly your neck moving. Your tail is pretty still. And then exhale, cat arch into the neck. So try to lift up your neck spine into your fingers. And then inhale, lift your chin. Try to keep the back of the neck long. You can even tug with your fingers on the base of the skull a little bit. And then exhale and cat arch the neck. Do a couple more of those. Inhale, dog tilt, looking up with the head. And exhale, cat arching. Inhale, dog tilting the neck. And exhale, cat arching. Really good. Okay, now if you're comfortable here, you could even spread your legs out so that you're on your belly and your elbows. If that's too uncomfortable for you, you can stay in the child's pose, or you could even sit on the floor and put your elbows on a chair. But if you're okay on your belly, you're going to take that same action that you were just doing with your nose slightly to the right. So you're turning your nose to the right. You've got your left hand on the left base of skull, and your right hand is just lightly on your right forehead. So inhale and dog tilt, lift your chin. Try to keep the back of the neck long. And exhale, cat arch.
Press into your head with your hands and press into your hands with your head a little bit. Inhale, lift, dog tilt. The weight's going to transfer over towards your right elbow. Exhale, cat arch. The weight is going to transfer into your left elbow. Inhale, dog tilt. Right elbow presses down. Forehead pressing into right hand. Exhale, cat arch. Head is pressing into left hand's pressing into head. Weight is in the left elbow. Inhale, dog tilt. Notice the base of your neck moving over towards the right. Exhale, cat arch. Notice the base of your neck reaching over towards the left. Inhale, dog tilt. Notice your left collarbone moving over towards the right. Exhale, cat arch. Notice your left collarbone moving over towards the left. Inhale, dog tilt. Really accentuate that curve, that contraction in the back side of your neck on the left side. And then exhale, cat arch. Inhale, accentuate that dog tilt by reaching the base of the skull towards the shoulder top and the shoulder top towards the base of the skull. And then exhale, cat arch. Inhale, dog tilt. Base of skull reaches for shoulder, shoulder reaches for base of skull. And exhale, cat arch. Now we're going to hold this cat arch. The base of your neck and your left collarbone are reaching to the left. Your left hand's pressing into the base of the skull. Your right forehead's pressing into your right hand. Now take your left shoulder, reach it up towards your ear, and drop it down. Your neck is still cat arch, but your left shoulder top is reaching up and dropping down. Reaching up and dropping down. Reaching up and dropping down. Now reach your left collarbone even more to the left and let that go. I'm going to reach it out to the side, bump it out to the side, and let that
Hey,
go.
Ethan, could you go over this one again? I'm a little lost.
Of course.
Sorry.
Mix it up. So we started out with this dog cat in the center, and then we turned our nose to the right, and we were doing this dog cat on the right. We have the elbows into the floor so we can feel the shift of the weight. And as you dog tilt up, the weight comes to one side, and as you cat arch down, the weight comes to the other side.
Is that okay so far, Steph?
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
And then we just stopped in the cat arch, and we're doing this motion of hiking the shoulder up and down with the cat arch, and then bumping that shoulder out to the side, okay?
And it's the shoulder that we're bumping out to the side is the
side of the left shoulder. It's opposite the
way that we're looking.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so let's do that one more time. So you're on the floor. You're turning your head to the right. Get your left hand on the base of your left skull. Your right forehead is in your right hand. Inhale, dog tilt. Reach your left base of skull for the left shoulder top. Exhale, cat arch. Your right forehead is dropping into your right hand. Inhale, dog tilt. Left side of neck is contracting. Exhale, cat arch. Right forehead, right chin is tucking down into collarbone. Inhale, dog tilt. The weight is shifting over into your right elbow. Exhale, cat arch. Weight is shifting into the left elbow. Left hand's pushing left skull up away from shoulder top. Inhale, dog tilt. And exhale, cat arch. And then just hold here in your cat arch. So the left hand is pushing the left base of the skull up towards the top of the head. Your right chin is tucked. And then just raise and lower your left shoulder blade towards the ear and away from the ear. There's a little pressure of your head into your hands, a little pressure of your hands into your head, stabilizing. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then bump your left shoulder even more to the left. And exhale, let that go. And bump your left shoulder even more to the left. Try to keep the cat arch in your neck. And then let that go. And then bump the left shoulder even more towards the left. And then let that go. And just let your head come down onto your hands. And relax your neck. Let it float around a little bit. And then we're going to try the other side. So go ahead and turn your nose a little bit towards the left. Get your right hand on the right base of the skull, your left hand on your left forehead. Notice the difference between the two sides, where you have more pain, restriction, or tension. Inhale, dog tilt. Reach the right base of the skull towards the right shoulder top. Contract the right side of the neck. Exhale, cat arch. Left chin tucks down, left forehead dropping into left hand. Inhale, dog tilt. Exhale, cat arch. Weight shifts into right elbow. Inhale, dog tilt. Contract the right side of the neck. Reach the shoulder top and the base of the skull together. Exhale, cat arch. Right shoulder blade, right collarbone, right base of neck, shift over to right. Inhale, dog tilt, weight into left elbow. Exhale, cat arch. Just hold on to this cat arch. The right hand is pressing the base of the skull up towards the top of the head. The chin is tucked into left collarbone. Just raise right shoulder top towards the ear and away from it. Try to maintain the cat arch. Just get some mobility in the posterior scalenes, the upper traps. 3, 2, 1. And then bump your right shoulder even more towards the right. And let that go. Keep the cat arch. Press that right shoulder out to the right. Let that go. Press the right shoulder out to the right. And let that go. And just let the head come down onto the backs of the hands and just roll it around a little bit, just noticing. And then we're going to hold on to the top of the head with the left hand and just draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. Really contract the left side of the neck between the ear and the shoulder. And then exhale, go ahead and push the head over, lengthen out the left side of the neck a little bit. Inhale, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. I'll sit up so you can see a little bit better. And then exhale, push that side of the head away, lengthen out here a little bit. Inhale, drop the ear towards the shoulder, contract purposefully here, and exhale, lengthen. Inhale, drop, and exhale, lengthen. This time, as you drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, see if you can combine the back arch by lifting your chin a little bit. So now you've got the side of your neck contracting and the back of your neck contracting. Hike your shoulder up, drop your ear down, arch the back of your neck for 3, and 2, and 1. And then go the other direction. Cat arch. Your right ear is coming back towards your right shoulder, but you're trying to add a cat arch to your neck by dropping your chin down a little bit. This is kind of a combination of the side and the dog tilt, lifting chin, and the side, ear to the side, and the cat arch with the chin tucking down. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder, and try to arch the back of the neck, look up. And exhale, cat arch. Also try to get the right ear towards the right shoulder. Inhale, dog tilt, side of neck and back of neck contract. And exhale, cat arch, right shin tucks into right shoulder. Last one, inhale, dog tilt, side of neck and back of neck. And exhale, right ear to right shoulder at the same time that you're cat arching the neck a little bit. Now hold here. And then just lift and lower your right shoulder top towards the ear and away from it. Pretty deep into levator scap, upper traps, where that tightness is at the back and side of the neck. And then bump your left shoulder out to the side a little bit more. And let that go. And bump the shoulder out. Let that go. And bump the shoulder out. And let that go. And then just rest your head in your hands and just let it go. Let it float around a little bit. Now let's try the other side. So just drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Just try to compress that side of your neck. Get that contraction on. And then press that edge away so that you're making the right side of your neck long. And then right ear to right shoulder, compressing the side neck. And then exhale. Press it away and make the right side of your neck long. And then last one, drop it to the side, contract on the right side. And exhale, get that right edge of neck and right shoulder top a little longer. All right, and this time, as we drop down right ear to right shoulder, we're gonna add the arch of the neck on the back. So see if you can lift your chin a little bit, look up. And now you've got the back of your neck contracting and the side of it for 3, 2, and 1. And then exhale, use your head pressing into your hand and your hand pressing into your head to get your left ear over to your left shoulder at the same time that you cat arch by tucking your chin down into your left collarbone. And then inhale, use your head into your hand and your hand into your head as you get your right ear towards your right shoulder, dog tilt a little bit, look up if you can, and then exhale, left ear to left shoulder at the same time that you're bringing your chin down and getting a little cat arch in the right side of your neck. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder, lift chin, arch back of neck, and exhale. Left ear to left shoulder, cat arching right side of neck. Inhale, contract side and back of neck. Look up. Exhale, cat arching neck, tuck chin, and left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, side and back of neck contract. Exhale, right side goes long, contract. Chin down into collarbone. Inhale, side of neck and back of neck arch, look up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder, cat arching. Let's hold here this time. And then just slowly lift your right shoulder up and down towards the ear and away from it. And then bump your right shoulder out towards the right and let that go. And bump it out towards the right and let it go. And bump it out towards the right and let it go. And then just let that go and put your head on your hands and just let it float around a little bit. If it felt better to end on the other side, you could do one more on the other side. Just sneak it in there so that you're ending on the side that feels better to your body. For 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to come up to seated and we're going to sit in mermaid. So we're going to get the right shin
going parallel to the edge of the mat, and the left heel is up against the left glute. We're going to put the right hand onto the floor and then go ahead and turn and look over the right knee. So you're looking at the right side, yeah, and then reach your left hand out towards that right side. Perfect. Relax your shoulder tops. Take an inhale here and cat arch your back. So you're trying to breathe into that bottom tip of shoulder blade kidney band where we put our hand at the very beginning of the practice when we were saying hump. You're trying to breathe into that area. So just take an in breath, swell up your kidney band at the bottom tip of the shoulder blade. And as you exhale, exhale out your belly. Inhale, bottom tip of shoulder blade. Exhale out belly. Inhale, bottom tip of shoulder blade. This time as you exhale, just open your wing. Float your hand back behind you. And as if you had some imaginary fingers underneath your left collarbone, breathe into those fingers on the in-breath. Press your left pec minor forward, reach your left hand back. As you exhale, close your wing. Breathe into your kidney band, into your cat arch. Exhale, open your wing. Take your hand way back behind you. Inhale into your imaginary fingertips. Exhale, close your wing. Inhale into your cat arch. Exhale, open your wing. Take your hands way back behind you. Inhale into your imaginary fingertips. Exhale, close your wing, and this time nestle your hand behind the base of your skull. Reach your elbow towards the floor. Inhale into kidney bend. Exhale, open your wing. Look up at your elbow. Breathe in right below your collarbone. Exhale, close your wing. This time as your elbow drops down, let your shoulder blade follow after it. Let it wrap around the edge of your body, canoe around the edge of your body, and breathe into your cat arch. Exhale, open your wing, look up at your elbow, breathe right below your collarbone. This time, arch your back as well. Drop your left shoulder blade towards the back rim of the pelvis and reach the back rim of the pelvis up towards the shoulder blade. You've got QL contraction. Back of your neck is contracted too. On your next exhalation, close your wing. Inhale, reach your elbow towards the floor. Let the shoulder blade follow after it, and then push your elbow towards the edge of your mat. Breathe into your cat arch. Exhale, open your wing. Inhale, arch your back. Look up. Breathe below your collarbone. Exhale, close your wing. Inhale, cat arch. Push your elbow towards the top of the head. Let the shoulder blade follow. Exhale, open your wing. Inhale, arch your back. Breathe into the pec minor. Exhale, close your wing. 2 or 3 more of those at your own pace. Breathing into your blowback on the down, breathing up under your collarbone on the up. Meredith, do you have a question? Okay, really good. And then just let that go. And just notice that buzz on the left side, that movement, how that affected your body. And then go ahead and switch over toward the other side. You've got your left shin in front of you. Your right heel is close to your right glute. You're going to put some weight in your left hand and then reach your right hand over towards the left. Reach into those fingertips and then that into that kidney band, that place where we started out the practice and said hump. Breathe into there. Breathe into that cat arch. Exhale out your belly. Inhale into the cat arch. Exhale out your belly. Inhale into your cat arch and exhale out your belly. Inhale into your cat arch. And this time as you exhale, open your wing. Take your hand way back behind you. And as if you had your fingertips underneath your collarbone, breathe in to that pec minor spot. And exhale, close your wing. Inhale into your cat arch. Exhale, open your wing. Take your hand a little further back. Inhale into pec minor. Exhale, close your wing. Inhale into your cat arch. Exhale, open your wing. Inhale, imaginary fingertips. Exhale, close your wing. And this time, nestle your hand behind your head. Reach your elbow towards the floor. Let your right shoulder blade follow after your elbow as it tries to reach away from the spine. And breathe into that cat arch. As you exhale, open your wing. Look up towards your elbow. Breathe in imaginary fingers. Exhale, close your wing. Inhale, kidney band. Exhale, open your wing. This time, add the dropping of your right shoulder blade to the right back rim of pelvis. Contract your QL. Exhale, close the wing. Inhale, breathe cat arch. Exhale, open the wing. Inhale into fingertips, contract QL. Exhale, close the wing. Inhale, cat arch. Exhale, open the wing. Inhale, fingertips, contract the low back. Exhale, closing. 2 or 3 or more of those at your own pace. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then when you're done with that, just lie down on your back and just take a moment to notice any changes that you've made in your shoulder girdle. And just very slowly begin to look to the right and the left and just notice if there's been any change in your range of motion. If not, that's okay. It could take some time, but maybe you'll notice some more movement to the side. Next time your chin is in the middle, just lift it towards the ceiling and then continue that journey to the side, just noticing any space that you've created in your range of motion with the chin lifted. And then finally with the chin tucked. Don't lift your head, but just drop your chin towards the notch between your collarbones and check out your range of motion there. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then when you're ready, roll over onto your side and come up to seated. And we're going to just take a couple of moments to show some strengthening exercises. And to begin with, we want to just notice our low ribs. So we'll have a tendency to sit forward into our low ribs a lot of times. So see if you can just soften your low ribs down towards the pelvis without collapsing into a slouch. So you're keeping your tail back behind you, but you're just softening and dropping your ribs. And then just go ahead and swing your hands up and down with your elbows bent, trying to keep your ribs soft. So you'll notice that as your hands come up, your low ribs want to pop forward, but just see if you can keep your low ribs softened while you're swinging your arms up and down. And then just see if you can draw the base of your skull back without losing your low ribs forward. Don't tip your head up. Just draw your base of skull back a little bit without tipping your head up yet. But don't lose your low ribs. For 3
and 2. And 1. Now we're gonna meet our hands up above the head and point them down between the shoulder blades. And we're trying not to lose those low ribs from the front. So just see if you can keep your low ribs soft and down. And then just come up and down slowly. 10. Base of skull is drawing back. 9. Low ribs are soft. 8. 7. Neck is softening. Soften up your neck. 6. Notice if your left shoulder blade is working as much as your right shoulder blade. Try to make the movement even. 3. 2. 1. And then swing your arms again. Just get your low ribs softening down. And then we're going to take that same action with the backs of the hands together. And the hands will dive forward and down. 10. 9. 8. Try to keep your low ribs softening. 5. Try to keep the base of the skull moving back without lifting the chin. 3. 2. 1. And then just let that go and swing your arms. Relax your neck and shoulders. Try to keep your lower ribs dropping. Okay, now we're going to interlace our hands. Lower ribs are soft. And we're just going all the way to one side and then the other. And if this is too much or it doesn't feel good, it's the time that you can use your strap and you can get a little bit of space between your hands. Okay, so wherever you choose to go, try to keep your lower ribs softening. Try to keep the sides of your neck soft, but just be aware of the musculature around your shoulder blades strengthening. Even while your neck is soft, your jaw is soft, your jaw is loosening. For 3, and 2, and 1. And then swing your arms. Try to soften up. Keep your lower ribs dropping. Now we're going to take that same action, but one hand is going to come up, palm face out, while the other hand comes down, palm face towards the back. You're softening your lower ribs, and then you're switching. Okay, so you're just rotating the arms. Try to stay out of your neck. Try not to jut forward your ribs. Try to move equally in your left shoulder blade as in your right shoulder blade. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then just swing your arms again. Okay, I just wanted to put a little bit of strengthening in there in case there was something that you wanted to do going forward. Now you're going to fold up your blanket and we're going to roll. So you have options. If there's something that you feel like doing on the alpha ball, it's fine to do it. I'm going to work mostly on the therapy balls because that's the one that I ask people to get. But you can feel free to swap out if you feel like something's going to feel better. We're just going to start on the back of the rib cage. So right below the bottom tip of your right scap, you're going to put your balls horizontally underneath that right shoulder blade in a little divot between 2 ribs. And then you'll just lie down with your feet on the floor and your knees bent, and you've got those balls going in between 2 ribs. You're just going to put a little weight in your feet, get your pelvis airborne, and just rock side to side. Now, if you're so close to your spine that the inside ball is actually going onto the other side of your spine, move your balls out to the side a little bit. And here we're just making a little space in the intercostals. We were working on separating our rib tips a lot in the practice. So we're just giving a little bit of extra space and movement there. For 3, if it's painful to move, you can lie still. 2,
and one, and then just roll your balls down an inch so that they're between the next two ribs. And take that same movement side to side. Now,
Jen,
if you have a lot of pain here, indicates a lot of toxin storage, immobility in the musculature, rigidity, even in the kidney band and backside of the liver, and you can improve this greatly over time just with some regular massage. And then go in and roll down one more time, and now you're probably just below the bottom most rib, and you're just completely into the kidney band on the right side, bottom edge of the liver. And again, you're just shifting your pelvis side to side for 3 and 2 and 1. And then just let that go and lie flat on your back. Just remembering that healthy tissue is not averse to that kind of pressure. It's when we have, lack of good circulation, toxin buildup, that we get that painful, almost fluey-like feeling from a little massage into the body. You're just noticing what that created different on the right side from the left, the way that the body's lying on the mat, and the way that the body's breathing into the back lung on the right side. Then we're going to go on to the left side. So you're just going to go ahead and take those balls, those twins into the side, right below the bottom tip of the left shoulder blade, kind of between two ribs. You're to lie down, place your feet on the floor, bend knees, hike your pelvis up just a little bit and go side to side. Unless that's too much, if you want to just lie on the balls, that's okay too. If your center ball, the medial ball, is so far into the spine that it actually rolls onto the right side of the spine as you're going side to side, it's too far. So just take your sack of balls out towards the lateral edge of the body a little bit more. And going side to side. Just noticing which side was more sore. Many people, the left respiratory diaphragm is less mobile because it's smaller, it has a smaller surface area, and it tends to get caught in a mode of being less active, let's say, from us not moving around too much. Roll down again between the next two ribs. And so it can tend to have more pain, have more chronic tightness, which affects the left sideways, the left obliques, and the left QL quite a bit when that happens. So just noticing if this side is a little more sore, that's typical, many people. And then roll down again so that you're just below the bottommost rib on the left side. The left kidney much higher than the right kidney because the liver is not there. So we'll be reaching into the area of the top edge of the stomach, esophageal sphincter. You might taste a little change in the acidity in your mouth from rolling over the area of the esophageal sphincter. 3, 2, and 1. And then just release off of there, lie flat on your back, and notice if the left side caught to the right in the level of comfort that it's experiencing. And then we're going to just take a little dorsal fin roll. So we're going to start right at the bottom of the neck around C7 with the balls. And then we're going to roll down a little bit at a time. And everywhere we go, we're trying to drop the spine down into the divot between the balls. Again, like we had a dolphin fin, and we're trying to press it down between the balls. So here I go right below C7, which is that knobby protrusion right at the base of the skull. I'm gonna bend knees, place feet on the floor. I can have my arms alongside my ears or down, wherever it feels better. And I'm just rolling, chugging head to foot. And I'm trying to press my spine down to the floor to get a little bit more kyphotic curve going on there, a little bit more release. And when I feel done with that, I'm just going to roll the balls down towards my feet, roll my head towards the top of the mat, an inch or a half an inch, and I'm going to chug again. And just dropping spine in between balls,
releasing paraspinals. Roll down one vertebra at a time. You can cradle your head in your hands if it's hard to hold it up. So just feel free to chug and loosen there. When you get down to the bottom edge of your rib cage, just go back up. Some of you will be like, hey, we didn't go down to the lower back. So this is neck and shoulder day, but you can do that later if you want to. And then when you're ready, just again, come off of there and lie flat on the back and kind of notice what kind of space we've been creating in the intercostals, in the lung capacity. Take a big breath, just filling the lungs, just noticing. Maybe even look side to side and just get a little read on how your range of motion is going. And then we're going to take one ball out. And we're going to start on the right side, in between the bottom tip of the shoulder blade and the spine. So I've got the ball right here between the bottom tip of my right shoulder blade and the right edge of my spine. I'm going to lie down with that ball in place, exactly like I'm asking you to lie on a rock. Yes, that's what it feels like. And you're going to bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and get your right hand alongside your right hip, palm face up. Just breathe and let your body descend into the ball. If you have space for it, you could consider straightening your legs out. If that's too painful, then don't do it. But if you have the space for it, you could take your legs out long. Just let the musculature kind of mold itself to the top of the ball as you drop into it. Walk your shoulder blade a little bit towards your feet on the right side if you can. And then on your next inhalation, lift your right palm up towards the ceiling, right fingers up towards the ceiling. Flip your palm so it's facing your feet. And then exhale your right arm alongside the ear. Inhale, lift the hand. Flip the palm, exhale down alongside the hip. Inhale, flip the palm, exhale alongside the ear. Inhale, flip the palm, exhale alongside the hip. Inhale, flip the palm, exhale alongside the ear. Inhale the hand up, and this time go ahead and take the arm all the way out to the side. Palm is still up. Pull your shoulder blade in towards the spine, like you're trying to squeeze the ball between, hug the ball between the right scap and the spine. And then bend your knees very slightly and start to windshield wipe them to left and to right. And just let that ball roll cross fiber across the rhomboids for 3 and 2 and 1. And then let the legs go and inhale that right arm up to ceiling and just make that little counterclockwise circle that we started the class with. Go slow. And just notice how that deep rhomboid tissue affects this motion. Just start to enlarge in your circle. Try to keep it smooth, go slow. Take your time, but begin to make the biggest circle that you can make. finish that circle, cross your right hand onto your left shoulder top and shrug your right shoulder up and down. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then let that go. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor if they're not still there, and then roll your tail towards your feet, and the ball will come up about an inch. So it's a little higher on your back between your shoulder blade and your spine. Just notice how that new spot affects your back. Just breathe into it and allow your body to mold down onto the ball. Notice if there's more pain or less pain than in the last spot, more discomfort or less discomfort. And then if you have room for it, straighten your legs out. If you're not, you can keep your knees bent, no problem. Let your right hand rest just outside your hip. Walk your shoulder blade towards the feet. Now inhale that right hand up to the sky, flip the palm, and exhale it alongside your ear. Inhale, lift, flip the palm, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale, lift, flip the palm, exhale alongside the hip. Inhale, lift up the hand, and this time draw it out to a T. Pull your shoulder blade in against the ball like you're trying to hug the ball between the shoulder blade and the spine. And then elevate your knees a couple inches off the floor and windshield wipe them side to side so that that ball runs cross fiber on the rhomboids. For 3 and 2 and 1, and then let that go and float the hand up to the sky and go back to your counterclockwise circle. Make a tiny circle, just noticing where there are jagged edges. Go slow. Relaxing, breathing into the area where the ball is. And when you're ready, just begin to enlarge in your circle. Make it a little bit bigger. Still going slow. Take your time, but whenever you're ready, start to make the biggest circle that you can make. When you finish that up, you're going to take your right palm to your left shoulder and just begin to shrug your shoulder up and down. Just noticing where the owie bits are, where you keep your tension. Again, healthy tissue won't mind this kind of pressure into the musculature. 3, 2, and 1. And then just take your feet back on the floor with your knees bent. Reach your tail an inch further towards the foot of the mat so that you roll the ball up again, about an inch inside the shoulder blade, just noticing how that new spot is. Inhale towards the ball. Exhale, sink your shoulder blade down. Just let that musculature mold itself around the ball. And then if you feel like it, you can straighten your legs out. If not, it's fine to keep your knees bent. And then inhale that hand up towards the ceiling, flip the palm, and exhale your arm alongside your ear. Inhale, lift the hand, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale, lift the hand, flip your neck soft, lift from your belly. Inhale, lift the palm, flip the hand, exhale down. Inhale, lift the hand, flip the palm, exhale down. This time, as you lift your arm up, just take your arm out to a T, pull the shoulder blade against the ball. So you're squeezing that ball between the shoulder blade and the spine. Lift your knees a couple inches off the floor, just windshield wipe them side to side. Just noticing again, where's the body been storing its tension? Relaxing the neck. Wherever you feel the pressure of the ball, just letting that contraction go, letting that tension go. For 3. And 2. And 1. And let that go, and let your arm just float up towards the ceiling. Keep your neck soft. And right palm to right shoulder top. Shrugging. Wait, did we do our circles? We missed them. Sorry, back up. Take your circle, take your counterclockwise circle. Again, just noticing where the edges are jagged. Looking around for a little alley bit. Take your time. When you feel ready, to start to enlarge in your circle. And finally, just make the biggest circle you can make. Now put your right hand on your left shoulder and shrug. When you feel ready, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, reach your tail an inch more toward the foot of the mat so the ball rolls up, and it's just to the right and below of C7 now, that knobby bump at the bottom of your neck. It's pretty close, not exactly as high as, but pretty close to that. Just breathe into that spot. Let the muscle drop onto the ball. If you have space for it, you can straighten your legs out. Inhale, lift the hand up towards the ceiling, flip the palm and exhale down. Inhale, lift, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale the hand up, and this time just take it out to a T. Pull the shoulder blade toward the spine and squeeze that ball between the shoulder blade and the spine. Then elevate the knees a couple inches off the floor, just windshield wipe them side to side. See if you can catch a little sensation in the levator scap, that muscle that hikes your shoulder up, the upper traps that hood up like a cobra there at the base of the neck. For 3, 2, and 1. And then pull your feet in until your knees are bent, your feet are on the floor. Draw your right arm up alongside your ear, press into your feet, lift your hips up, and then just shrug your shoulder here. So the ball comes up and over the top edge of the shoulder. If you need more sensation, you can walk your feet to the left, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. That'll give you a little bit more sensation. For 3, 2. And 1. Now you're gonna roll your ball out another inch towards the shoulder top. So you are very close to the side of the neck here, and you're gonna roll out this direction, and then you're gonna keep going. So just take your ball a little further out, and then again, shrug. And this time you're going up and over the top of the shoulder blade. Supraspinatus, very sore muscle in the body a lot of times. It's the most common site of a rotator cuff injury here. So this is a very good muscle to juice up with massage. If you need more sensation, you can walk your feet to the left and your ear to the left, and you'll feel more. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then you're just going to roll your ball out 1 more inch. So it's just inside the shoulder head. And there's a little divot that you can find there that you want to roll the ball up and down. And again, you can walk your feet left and walk your ear towards your left shoulder. And then shrug. For 3. And 2. And 1. Take your time. If you're still going, go ahead and keep with it. Otherwise, just come off there, lie flat on your back. And again, just notice how the right side of your body is feeling different from the left, and the integration of the musculature, the way it's lying on the mat. Freedom, the right lung on the inhalation. Just noticing. And then we're going to take that series on the other side. So we'll come to the left shoulder blade, right on the inside of the bottom tip of the shoulder blade, between the shoulder blade and the spine. And then we'll lie down again with the knees bent, the feet on the floor. And just breathe into that ball. Try to let your musculature relax down onto the ball. Again, a lot of times we have more stiffness here in the left posterior mediastinum because the left respiratory diaphragm is less mobile and underutilized. That can cause a lot of stiffness in these left intercostals, left QL, left obliques. All right, now if you have room for it, go ahead and straighten out your legs. Take your left palm alongside your left thigh. Walk your left shoulder blade towards your left foot a little bit. Try to keep your neck soft. Use your belly if you need to stabilize somewhere, and inhale that hand up to the ceiling. Flip the palm and exhale it alongside the ear. Inhale, lift the hand, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale, lift the hand, flip the palm, exhale alongside the ear. Inhale, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale, flip the palm, exhale the arm alongside the ear. This time, as you bring the hand up, go ahead and drop it out to a T and pull the shoulder blade close to the spine, like you're trying to squeeze the ball between the shoulder blade and the spine. And then elevate your knees a couple inches off the floor and just start to windshield wipe them to the right and to the left so that the ball is running cross fiber across the rhomboid river there. Three, 2, and 1. And then float the left hand up to the ceiling and make a little clockwise circle. Just notice how that action is informed by this area of the back. In yoga lore, we say we store grief behind the shoulder blades. This is our area, back side of the heart, where we can have a lot of excess emotion. Take your time, but when you feel ready, enlarge your circle. Take your time. When you're ready, just start to make the largest circle that you can. When you feel ready, cross your left palm over towards your right shoulder and shrug your left shoulder. For 3, 2, and 1. And then bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, reach your tail about an inch towards the foot of the mat, let the ball roll up, breathe into that new spot. Just try to relax down onto that spot. For 3, 2, and 1. And then if you feel ready to, go ahead and straighten out your legs. If not, you can keep your legs bent on the floor. Take your left arm alongside of your left hip. Inhale that hand up to sky. Flip the palm and exhale down. Inhale up. Flip the palm. Exhale down. Inhale up. Flip the palm. Exhale the arm alongside the ear. Inhale up, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale up, flip the palm, exhale the arm alongside the ear. Inhale up, and this time take the arm out to a T and squeeze the ball between the shoulder blade and the spine. Elevate the knees a couple inches and windshield wiper from left to right. For 3, and 2, and 1. And let that go, and then float the hand up to the ceiling and take a clockwise circle. Sides of neck relaxed. Take your time, but when you're ready, start to enlarge your circle. And take your time, but when you're ready, just make the largest circle that you can make. And then cross left palm to right shoulder, shrugging. And then bend knees, place feet on the floor, reach tail an inch towards the foot of the mat. Let the ball roll up again. Take your arm alongside the hip, breathe into the ball. And if you feel ready, go ahead and straighten out your legs. Inhale, hand up to the ceiling, flip the palm, exhale the arm alongside the ear. Inhale, lift the hand, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale, lift the arm, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale, lift the hand, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale, flip the palm, exhale the arm alongside the ear. Inhale, lift the hand, and this time take the arm out to a T. Pull the shoulder blade in towards the spine. Elevate the knees a couple inches off the floor and just take them side to side. Just rolling across those rhomboids. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then let that go. Let that arm float up towards the ceiling and make a little clockwise circle. Take your time, but when you're ready, you can enlarge in your circle a little bit. Take your time, but when you're ready, you can make the biggest circle that you can make. When you're ready, left palm to right shoulder and shrugging. Then bend your knees, take your feet to the floor, roll your tail down, and take your left arm alongside your ear. Lift the hips, just shrug your shoulder. Oh, sorry, we're not there yet. Take your arm alongside the hip. Breathing, dropping into ball. And then straighten your legs out if you can. Inhale, lift the hand, flip the palm, exhale the arm alongside the ear. Inhale, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale, lift the hand, flip the palm, exhale the arm alongside the ear. Inhale, flip the palm, exhale down. Inhale the hand up. This time take the arm out to a T. Pull the shoulder blade against the ball and the spine against the ball. Lift the knees a little bit off the floor and then windshield wipe the knees side to side. For 3 and 2 and 1. And now bend the knees. Place the feet on the floor. Arm comes alongside the ear. Lift up the hips and just start to shrug the shoulders so the ball comes up and over the shoulder top. If you need more sensation, walk your feet right, walk your ear to the right. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then just roll that ball out an inch. So you're coming up and over the top of your shoulder blade, right over this little finger-like muscle that nestles into the top of your scapular spine.
3. 2. And 1, and then roll out one more time. So you're just inside the shoulder head in a little divot there. Find a little owie spot there. And just keep shrugging. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and come off that ball, lie flat on your back, and just notice how that's going in the body. If your left side caught up with your right side. What kind of changes you made in your shoulder girdle, in your rib cage. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and take the block and the sandbag or the rice bag or the cloth or whatever you've got. You're gonna take your ball or your alpha ball, depending on what you've got to work with, and you're gonna find the mastoid tip right behind your ear, and you're just gonna place the ball into the tip, and you're gonna wind up the skin a little bit. If you can grip the skin a little bit with your ball, you wanna wind it up, and you're just gonna place it right down into a divot on your sandbag or whatever. Creep your fingers forward so that your shoulder blade is not getting crushed, okay? You can try it on the alpha ball or on the little ball and see which one you prefer, okay? And then just go ahead and you're looking for a little owie bit. You're gonna shake your head no on it and nod your head yes. There can tend to be a lot of toxin storage in this area. So you can often have a very almost like a flu-like response, like a sharp penetrating pain or a fluid kind of pain. It's right where the sternocleidomastoid, this diagonal muscle across the side of the neck, inserts into the skull here. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then you want to roll your ball down an inch, a little bit more behind the belly of the muscle. If you can, your ball is not touching either the base of the skull or the shoulder top. So you might use the small ball or the bigger ball. And again, you can turn, twist, and try to catch part of your skin a little bit sheared up on the ball. And then just place it into your divot here. And then take a look up so that the side of your neck is kind of draping over the ball. And you can cradle your head in your hand too if you need more support. And just find a little owie bit and nod your head and shake your head no. Don't push or force your neck here. Again, you're thinking about your neck like taffy, like draped over, like a clock in a Dali painting or something. It's just draping over the edge. For 3. 2. And 1. And then you're going to roll that ball down just so it's touching the shoulder top. It's still on the back side of that diagonal muscle, right behind the SCM. And again, you're going to twist that ball into the skin if you can. Yeah, I see some of you blanketing up. Try to stay warm if you can.
That's really good. And then just take a look up so that your side of the neck kind of drapes over the ball a little bit, and then nod or shake your head no. For 3, 1, 2. And 1. Take your time. When you're ready, roll off there, lie flat on your back, and just notice any changes that you created in the right side of the neck and the left. And then when you're ready, we'll turn over onto the left side, and we'll begin in that spot just behind the ear at the mastoid tip. And just want to turn your ball, rotate your ball, see if you can catch some skin. And just drop into a little divot in your sandbag or your rice bag, whatever you got there. And then just nod your head or shake your head no. You're looking for a little owie bit to work out there. Sneak your left fingers a little forward so that your shoulder blade is not getting crushed. Sternocleidomastoid is the muscle that gets so hypertonic from that keyboard asana we looked at the beginning, where that guy had his neck extended so far forward of his body. And it's the SEM that tries to rein in and hold the head up and also help it to look up towards the computer screen. It's very much like you put your fingers forward and held out a brick, even though your hand was raised. All right, 3, 2, and 1. And then when you feel ready, you're going to roll that ball down an inch so it's more in the belly of the muscle. Trying not to touch the base of the skull or the top of the head. Just shear it into the skin a little bit and look up so that the left side of your neck is draping over the ball, and you can cradle your head in your hand if you need more support. And then just go ahead and nod your head yes and shake your head no. For 3, and 2, and 1, and then rolling down again so that the ball touches the shoulder top, and just turning the ball, catching a little bit of skin. You want to look up, drape the edge of your neck over the ball, and then nod your head yes or shake your head no. You can even make a figure 8 with your nose. You're just looking for a little alley spot to work out.
for 3. 1, 2. And 1. Take your time, but when you're ready, let that go. Lie flat on your back and notice how the body's doing. And then just take that ball right under your cervical spine. If it's too small to feel, you might consider putting a little blanket underneath it or something to get it a little bit up, but you just want to be able to feel something behind your neck spine. It's not necessarily about what's there, but you just want to feel something tactile there. And then do some dog cat. So lift your chin, grip into the ball, and then lower your chin. And just notice that action. And look slightly to the right and lift and lower your chin, grip into the ball and release it. And then look a little more right. And then come back to the center. Look a little left. Look a little more left. And then when you're ready, just release off there. Take one last pass at looking left, looking right, just noticing what kind of space you made in your range of motion. Tilt your chin up and look left and look right. Tuck your chin down. And press your head into the mat a little bit as you look side to side. A little bit of arch in the neck. And then let everything go. And just take 1 minute here, lying still, integrating some of that work. Take an easy inhale through the nose, long, slow exhalation out the mouth. Inhaling nose, sighing out the mouth. Inhaling nose, let everything go. And then just rolling over on the right side in the fetal position. Taking a moment of gratitude for your strong legs, your strong arms, for the good gift of eyes that see and ears that hear. Such rich blessings. And then grounding your left palm into the mat, come gently up to seated, allowing your head to hang until the very end. And just taking a moment in your seated practice to notice any benefits of the practice on the ease in the musculature, in the quietness of the breathing, or the rest in the mind. And then hands up over the head, letting palms touch, thumbs to forehead, asking for generous thoughts. And to the lips for kind speech. And to the heart for clear intentions. Namaste. Okay, thank you so much for attending, and be happy to hear any feedback you have about this kind of workshop. And I'll send you guys a link if you want to revisit any parts of this practice. Again, please don't be discouraged if you have muscle soreness tomorrow. It's usually a good sign, but just do a few of these exercises again, and that will help to work out the soreness in the muscles. Okay? Anybody have any questions?
No, that was
Feeling-
fantastic. Thank you so much, Jen. This is
Yeah, thank
Meredith.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Nice to see you, Ben.
Have a good one.
Thanks, Jen.
Okay.
See you
Take
Tuesday.
care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Jen.
So much.
You're welcome.
There was just so much pain.
What did you say?
There was so much pain.
Oh, from the rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. Even